Rodrigo to Arsenal has genuine motion at this point. This came from Cadena Ser last night, the biggest radio station in Spain. Rodrigo's agents contacted Arsenal to offer the player's services, and Arsenal were immediately interested. They also claim Real Madrid would demand around €80 million, £67.5 million for Rodrigo this summer. Now, I just struggle to believe it would be that low. If it is, you do it immediately, without hesitation. That's less than we were offering for Mykhailo Mudryk. And Mikel Arteta was asked specifically about Rodrigo this morning in his press conference, and as always, he said, I won't name any specific player, but we have brought the club into a position that next season, you have to win a major trophy. Everybody believes that we're an elite team in this country and in Europe. Arsenal is there. We have to add goals, creativity, and we have to add numbers. And that will be in different positions. And he went on to say, if you want to win major trophies, you have to be the best in the market. The teams that win have the best players, always at this level. And Rodrigo is, in my opinion at the very least, the best winger that is potentially on the market. And if he's being offered to Arsenal and he wants the move, I see no reason that we shouldn't get this done. Breaking from play to goal, understand Arsenal are now seriously considering a transfer for Rodrigo. Talks have begun behind the scenes. The 24-year-old is a potential departure candidate at Real Madrid. It's difficult, but Arsenal are currently exploring all options for a possible transfer. Deal on. And interestingly, yesterday, Marca reporting that Real Madrid are in for Nico Williams, that they're considering triggering his release clause. Now, that would suggest Rodrigo has to be leaving. Otherwise, between him, Rodrigo, and Mbappe Vini Jr., they'd effectively have 4 left wingers. Like, it doesn't add up. And Hand of Arsenal posted this about Rodrigo yesterday. Berta inquired weeks ago through intermediaries to understand his personal terms. The player will speak to Xabi Alonso before deciding his future. Real Madrid would demand north of £80 million. And honestly, I think for 80 million quid or around that, it's a no-brainer. You do it. It saves you needing to go out and buy 3 attackers, which I think Arsenal do need to do if we don't bring in a Rodrigo. I made a YouTube video yesterday about how we could and perhaps should sign 3 attackers this window. Link in the bio for that one. But it saves us because he can play anywhere across the front 3. Ultimately, though, if we don't go and do Rodrigo, but the fact that we're in for him suggests we do have the budget to spend that much. You know, 80 million on a Rodrigo, we know we're going to get a striker. If you don't do him, perhaps you do have the money to get an Mbuemo and a left winger. But Rodrigo, he upgrades your left wing massively. He can play off the right, so you've got Saka back up, and he can play through the middle if needs be. Just do it.